Amen. Good morning and welcome back to part 3 of our Ministries music class, lesson number 4. This is part 3 and we're diagramming our G flat major chord. We ended off at 4 of the scale and we need to find 5. And so what is our next move, Sister Nell? Whole step. All right. From C flat to D, what is a whole step? We know a C flat is right here. In relation to C, it's what?
D flat.
From C flat to C is a what?
Half step.
Half step. So we're at C. From C to what is another half step? D what?
Flat.
D flat. Okay? From D flat, we need to move what?
Another whole step.
Okay? So from D flat to E, what is a whole step?
E flat.
You sound like you're guessing. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Amen. All right. From E flat, we need a what?
Another whole step.
Okay. And that will get us to what?
F.
F. All right. So we don't need to do anything to that. And then finally, we need a what?
Half step.
Which ends us at?
B flat. I mean G flat. I'm sorry.
No. Welcome back. Okay. All right. Good. This ends our scale diagram. If you're online, you can send me a comment and with your homework, let me know that you're following along with us and finish out these scales, which is G, A flat, A, B flat, and B. And just send them on a comment to JBass Ministries MySpace page, which is www.myspace.com/JBASSMINISTRIES. And you can rewind to get that again. Amen. So now we want to talk about intervals. All right. Now, if P6 is not correct, that's the only one I was kind of guessing on. And maybe even sharp 4. I think it's definitely raised 5. Okay. 1 is unison, and this is in half steps. From unison to minor, the little m means minor. Okay. The capital M is major. All right. So from each interval is a half step. So from 1 to minor 2 is a half step. And so when you look at the intervals, you can apply intervals to the keyboard. Okay? I'm going to start, we're going to go back and forth between the keyboard and the interval chart, okay? Even though I'm talking, okay? From C, we'll start at C as our unison, which is our 1. We'll be in the key of C. Okay. So in this case, 1 is C. All right. I need to move a minor second. Now I just told you this is what kind of steps. From each interval I've put up here is a half step. Okay, so I need to go a minor second, which is a half step. Okay, from C. What is the half step from C? And on this one, use the flat names for the other keys. All right. From C to what note is a half step?
D flat.
Okay, so I'll put this up here. C is our unison, and then so our minor second from there would be D flat. Okay, from D flat, or we're still every time with an interval, since we're talking about the key of C, the interval is not from like we did with this, like you do from G flat. We do a whole step to A flat, and then once you've done that whole step, you move from A flat to the next note. On intervals, you move from the desired note. Our desired note is what?
C.
It's C. Okay, with it being C, we're talking about intervals from C. That's how we're basing our intervals. And you can do it from any note, but we're talking about C right now. Y'all get it? And it'll make more sense. We'll do another one. All right. So from C, we need a major second. Now, that would be from here to here. And 2 half step equal what?
Whole.
Whole step. Okay? And so from C, what note is a whole step? D. All right? From C, or our unison, to a minor third. And let's get the diagrams for our minor second is a half step. Minor second is a half step from our desired note, okay? And so we got that let's see, let me make it where you know exactly what I'm talking about. A major second was a what?
Whole.
Was a whole step. All right? So obviously this is going to grow. As we go further and further along, it's going to grow, okay? Make sure I have. So what's our next one?
Minor.
Minor third. Okay? So a minor third, I need to go how many half steps from C? All you have to do is count it up. From unison to this is how many half steps? 1, 2, 3 half steps. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And that ended me where?
E flat.
E flat. All right. So, since 2 half steps are a whole step, what we'll do is a whole step plus a half step. That takes care of our 3 half steps. All right. So for a major third, how many half steps would that be? For a major third, how many half steps?
3.
If minor third was 3, how many would major third be? Remember, we're growing as we go further.
4.
We're at 4. Okay? So major third is 4 half step. Now, since that is the case, our diagram would be whole plus whole. 2 half steps, 2 half steps. Okay? So our note would be what? From C, what is a major third? From C, 2 whole steps is what? What note?
D.
2 whole steps. Okay. From C to what note is a whole step? Come on, y'all.
2 halves make a whole, right?
Right. So from C to what note is whole step?
D.
Okay, that takes care of one of our whole step. From D, what is a whole step?
E.
E. So that takes care of our 2. So our answer is what? We ended where? With 2 whole steps.
E.
E.
Oh.
All right. A perfect fourth. Then is how many half steps from the unison?
5.
5. Half step, half step, half step, half step, half step. And it's going to continue down. So your answer is just growing bigger. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wait. Yeah, 9, 10, 11. And then when we get to the octave, it's 12. Okay? Almost done? Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. 9:56.
9:56? Okay. See you later.